Well, party like it's 1856. That's what they want you to do tomorrow in Weston.
And that's when Holiday Distillery releases its new bourbon 6 years after they started making it. So Matt Stewart is there live. The bell rang and your teas, are they going? The lines are rolling, aren't they?
They're going. I know. It's kind of loud in here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. They said I had to wear a hairnet or a hat. I chose the hat. Got the glasses on, and you can see behind me it's starting to go through. You know, this is the first run, so there's some kinks in the system, but they're trying to get things ready. You can see over there all the bourbon ready to be stamped and ready to be packaged to head out. And the first ones are actually going to be sold here at the Holiday Distillery in Weston. And Kyle is the master distiller. This is a kind of a cool process with the bottling, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's, I kind of mentioned earlier, everything in this has been nerve-wracking. We're at the final step, we want to make sure we do it all right. So it's care about every detail in this process. So making sure we bottle it correctly. It's a fun time, nerve-wracking time, but yeah, excited to be here.
Come here, let's walk over here and show people these bottles, because these are these are not your typical bourbon bottles.
Correct, yeah. So we had these custom made, and there's a handful of things that are on there, but you kind of see on the back of it, DSP Mo 5, and since 1856. And we're wanting to go back with our history and our heritage, talk about that, and then with the design, the label, the screw cap, everything was kind of influenced heavily by our past.
The label's over here, so I'm going to let Kyle move ahead of us so you can see the label. I think it's interesting. You think about the history here. So Ben Holiday, he owned the nation's largest stagecoach company back in the 1850s. He had bourbon that he made here on this site. You guys are using the same recipe and a lot of the same ingredients.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, using the same recipe, same water, same process, aging it in rick houses that have been here on site for 80 plus years. So it's trying to recreate as much as we possibly can with this product.
And how does it taste?
It tastes great. Yeah.
Of course, he made it.
Yeah.
Of course you like it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kyle stands by his recipe. So
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
I know
you.
It's a long time coming.
Yep. Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time, but excited to be here.
All right, let's walk over to Jordan Germano. She's a communications manager here. And we're going to walk over and watch them. They're stamping it individually, right, Jordan?
Yes. We're coming out down here and putting the bottles in the cases.
So show us a little bit on you've got a bottle here. So what is that stamped yet or not?
Yes, this is stamped and ready to go. Ready to go in the case. And yep.
There it is on the side, okay. And then talk a little bit about tomorrow's release party. You can't get these in stores yet, but you can get them here on site tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we will open the gates for lineup to begin at the Welcome Center at 9:30. We'll open our doors 10:30 a.m. Come on in. Limit one per person. $59.99 a bottle. And we're ready to see what everybody thinks.
I mean, how exciting is it after all this time?
We are very excited. I mean, we've had a lot of questions over the past 6 years. When is it coming? When is it coming? And it's finally here, so we can share that with everyone.
You can share it with me. I'll tell you what, guys, this is exciting, okay? So you think about it. They stopped bottling bourbon or making their own bourbon back in 1985 here in Weston, and then 2015, 30 years later, they started it up again using the same recipe from 1856. So you can try it for yourself again tomorrow when they start releasing it. And they do say it's going to be in liquor stores throughout the metro starting in June. Back to you guys.
All right, that's not too far away.
I love that history.
Yeah.
Not too far at all.
Same
Have you tried it yet, Matt?
Not yet, but when I get off camera, I'll give it a try, and I'll tell you tomorrow how it feels. How it tastes.
All right.
Whoops.
That's
Freudian slip there.
Matt Stewart live in Weston.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maddie.